Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We're going to talk Browns and NFL football because we got some breaking Browns news and NFL news, and we're going to talk Tribe and Major League Baseball. I know I wanted to do a classic moment, great moment in sports history. You will not get that again today, but you will get that tomorrow. I promise. Do not fret. I will have more great moments in sports history. I just didn't have time to do one today. But we'll have all that in just a sec. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the only college football player to win the Heisman Trophy twice? I will have the answer later on the broadcast. Well, the Browns' regular season schedule was announced tonight at 8 o'clock, and I mentioned on my last broadcast that that there could be a Week 1 matchup between the Browns versus the Jets on Monday Night Football, and if this would happen, it would be the 50th anniversary of that very first Monday Night Football game, and the 50 years ago, and the 50th anniversary of Monday Night Football, and the 100th anniversary of the NFL. And the Browns will have their first appearance back on Monday Night Football in 16 years since 2003. Now, the schedule has already been announced, and I got it right here. I'm going to have it for you in a minute. But the Browns will have a major presence under the national spotlight, as I just said, with 4 primetime games highlighting their 2019 schedule. The NFL announced its complete schedule Wednesday, this evening, just a couple hours ago, revealing a slate that features Cleveland's first Sunday night football game since 2008, 2 Monday night games, and a return to Thursday night football at First Energy Stadium. The Browns also have finalized dates and times on their preseason schedule, which includes an August 17th matchup with the Colts that will serve as the culmination to a set of joint practices between the two AFC foes. Now, as I said, here is the Browns' complete schedule, and Week 1, which I think will be the Browns will open the season with the Tennessee Titans, which will be a home game at 1 p.m. on CBS. That will be Sunday, September 8th. The Browns-Jets game will be on Monday Night Football, Week 2, September 16th on ESPN. That's one of the Monday night appearances. The following week, Week 3, September 22nd, the Browns versus the LA Rams on Sunday Night Football at 8:20 on NBC, and that will be the first time the Browns will have 2 back-to-back primetime games since November of 2008. And that's going to be a really good challenge for the Browns. I really think it's going to be 2 great matchups. These are really going to be 2 of them, and I think it's really going to be a heck of a season. Week 4, September 29th, the Browns will play at Baltimore. They play Baltimore Ravens, 1 p.m. on CBS. Week 5, October 7th, which is another Monday Night Football appearance. That'll be the second one, as the Browns will take on the San Francisco 49ers at 8:15 on ESPN. Week 6, October 13th, the Browns will play the Seattle Seahawks at home at 1 p.m. on Fox. And that Sunday night game is also a home game. And Week 3, I meant to mention that. I do apologize. Week 7, October 20th. That'll be the bye week. And then the following week, Week 8, October 27th. That will be the Browns at the New England Patriots, and that will be a 4:25 start on CBS. And I feel that's considered a prime time. And I want the New York. This is how I like it early in the season, because the Patriots play their worst football in the early part of the regular season. Week 9, November 3rd, the Browns will play at Denver, the Denver Broncos at Denver, which that'll be a 4:25 start time. Another late game on CBS. I feel that's a prime time one. Week 10, November 10th, the Browns will play the Buffalo Bills at home at 1 p.m. on CBS. Week 11, that's the return to Thursday Night Football. The Browns will play the Pittsburgh Steelers at home, and that'll be at 8:20 p.m. on Fox, also NFL Network, and on Amazon as well. Week 12, November 24th, the Browns will host the Miami Dolphins at home at 1 p.m. on CBS. Week 13, the Browns will be at Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Steelers at 4:25 p.m. Another late primetime game on CBS. Week 14, December 8th, the Browns will host the Cincinnati Bengals at home at 1 p.m. on CBS. Week 15, December 15th, the Browns will be at Arizona, take on the Arizona Cardinals. That's a 4:05 p.m. start time on CBS. And I feel that's another primetime game. December 22nd, Week 16, the Browns will host the Baltimore Ravens at home at 1 p.m. on CBS. And Week 17, to wrap up the regular season, the Browns will be at Cincinnati to take on the Cincinnati Bengals at 1 p.m. on CBS. And I also have the preseason schedule, which the dates were finalized, and I'm going to reveal that to you right now. August 8th, which is a Thursday, that'll be a prime time. That will be against the Washington Redskins. That'll be a 7:30 p.m. start time. August 17th, a Saturday at Indianapolis at the Indianapolis Colts. That's 4 p.m. and that will be the accumulation game for the two practices between the two AFC teams. August 23rd, Friday at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7:30 p.m. and August 29th, which is another Thursday game against the Detroit Lions to wrap up the preseason, the final dress rehearsal before the regular season gets underway, and that'll be a 7:30 p.m. start time. And I feel, I feel these are going to be some great games. The preseason, that's going to, because they won't mean anything, but it's going to set the tone, I feel, for the regular season. And Freddie Kitchens feels confident about the schedule, and so does Dorsey. And I think we're going to win a lot of games this year. And I feel this is going to be a great Browns season. I know fans are just super excited about the schedule, the regular season schedule, and the games, and especially the 4 primetime games that the Browns are going to have on Sunday night and Monday Night Football. And I feel that these fans are just going to be ecstatic, and they are going to really enjoy this season because the Browns are favored to win the AFC North Division, and I found out they are favored to win the Super Bowl this year, but I'm not going to believe that till I see it. So we're going to wait and see what happens with this season. Well, I will have the Tribe news for you in just a sec. We'll recap the Tribe, but first, it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the only college football player to win the Heisman Trophy twice? And if you said Archie Griffin, you are correct. As a junior at Ohio State, Archie Griffin was named to every All-American team and was called the greatest football player I've ever seen by Woody Hayes. Combining power, speed, and uncanny ability to break 4 or 5 tackles on a single play. And he smashed the all-time record for running backs in the Big Ten, amassing 4,064 yards. As a senior, Archie extended his record of consecutive 100-yard-plus games to 31, his overall yardage to 5,176, and became the only player ever to win the Heisman twice. And I will have another trivia question on my next podcast, which will be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. The Tribe got the 3-game sweep of the Seattle Mariners tonight as they won 1-0 over the Mariners at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington. Carlos Carrasco was on the hill for the Tribe tonight. Carrasco was superb and went 7 innings, giving up 3 hits, no earned runs, and striking out 12 batters. Then Francona went to the bullpen and called up Nick Wittengren. And Wittengren pitched the 8th and 9th innings and was superb. and got the save for the Tribe. The Tribe scored their only run in the 5th thanks to Carlos Gonzalez home run on a fly ball to center field. Carlos Carrasco got the win. He goes to 2-2. Eric Swanson got the loss. He goes to 0-1, and he'll have to wait it out another day to try to get his first win of the season. And Nick Wittengren got his first save of the season. The Tribe is off tomorrow, but they will begin a 3-game interleague set as they take on the Atlanta Braves on Friday at home at Progressive Field. Corey Glover on the mound for the Tribe with a record of 1-2. He'll try to get his second win of the season, and the Braves starting pitcher is to be determined. First pitch at 7:10 p.m. on Sports Time, Ohio. Now, getting back to the Browns and the regular schedule being announced, I feel they are super psyched about both the Monday night games and the Sunday night games. The Monday night game between the Jets in week 2 and the one between the 49ers in week 5, week 5, and the 2 Sunday night games, week 3 with the Rams on Sunday Night Football, and I got to see when the other one is. I'm trying to figure out when that other Sunday night game is. I can't remember when it is off the top of my head. I know we have 2 Sunday night games, and I can't figure. Oh, and they are excited about the Sunday night game between the Rams, as I just mentioned. And they're also excited about the Thursday night football game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which will be on Fox. And I just feel this is going to be a great and also they're excited about the Patriots matchup at 4:25 on Week 8 on CBS. I think this is going to be a great season for the Tribe, and they are going to win a lot of games this year. And I think that's why I feel that this is. I'm really excited about the one with the Jets, and I hope we win that one. But I want us to win the season opener and start out 1-0, and win in week 2 and start and be 2-0, and also beat the Rams. And I want us to start out 3-0 and go from there and really try to rack up as many wins as we can this season, because I know the Browns are going to make the playoffs by far, no doubt about it. So, and I really think this is going to be a great Browns season of Browns football. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back with my next podcast, which is tomorrow. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.